Dear brothers of planet Earth, I am Lanto. It is with great joy that I participate once again in the journey of forgiveness. We are going on another journey, an extremely important journey for the liberation of souls, of connections that at this point in their journey no longer make sense. Why free the souls and why break these connections? Everything on this planet has a couple of sides to them. There are the positive feelings, which are those whose ancestors like to pass on to those who come ahead. Noble feelings of companionship, friendship, strength to fight, success, entrepreneurship, words that you are beginning to use today that did not exist until that time, but whose purpose was already being made to happen. So many emanate to their descendants all the good things they have learned, all those situations that are worthwhile for their descendants to be aware of in order to avoid repeating mistakes made in the past. If there were only these feelings, we would not need to be here disconnecting anyone. But the journey on your planet has always been full of duality. So at the same time that there was glory, there was the feeling of pride of someone's defeat. At the same time as there was victory, there was pride in someone's death or deaths. At the same time that there was the success of being a great ruler, there was slavery and feelings that were not noble at all. And we can say that eons ago, these were the only feelings that reign on your planet. And this was passed down for generations. Same souls who have a greater consciousness have managed to get rid of many of these feelings, but others not so much. Look at your world today. Every soul that cannot vibrate light brings in its essence war, violence, and death. It may be that in past generations this did not happen, but it is as if the world today has a trigger that triggers this whole process again. And many barbarians from times gone are incarnated on your planet today, trying to make happen in this world, in this age, something that they feel in their hearts has already been done back there. So when we break those connections, we break the source, the nourishment, because every soul that still has those feelings has not evolved yet. They continue to vibrate the same old feelings, no matter where they are on the planet at this time, disembodied or embodied. Perhaps it is a little complex for you to understand so many connections, but they exist and are passed on in the cellular memories that you have in the soul itself. So the great goal here is to break those connections and to stop fostering negative feelings. Have you lost the positive ones? Yes, but they are so minimal in relation to the others that we have broken. We could say it makes no difference. Breaking this wave of noble feelings is more important right now. So this is what the whole process is about, to stop fostering these longings, these desires that many feel. They don't know from whom, they don't know from where, but that by the trigger of the current era, they are triggered and are lived. We are not saying here that all of a sudden your world will be a bed of roses, because the human conscious is the boss and it is already used to these feelings. But for sure, a great wave of calm and balance will take over the planet, preparing each one for the great discovery of the new world to come. It is as if we are preparing our hearts to see in a different way, not in the way that is fostered by our ancestors, by your ancestors. Further on, you will easily understand all of this. Today, all that is needed is for you to agree to stop receiving all this influence. And be assured, this will make an immense difference to the vibration of the planet. For the less negative feelings that are fostered, the more positive ones can grow. Do not be afraid of anything. No one will lose the love of their parents. No one will lose the love of their great-grandparents, or so on. You will all go on loving each other. You will all go on loving each other, and it will be just pure love. It will be that love without worry, that love of duty done. Love just for the sake of loving, not for anything, not because you have to, not because it is right, and not because I have to worry, not because I have to help. No, no more of that. Help has to come from each one of you, with yourselves, not with those who have already gone. Whoever has already gone has played his part. He is no longer necessary to help anyone. It is over. The link between you that needs to remain is only the link of love, nothing else. And don't feel empty, don't feel abandoned, because the great light is in your hearts. So the time has come for each of you to look within and to find Father, Mother, God, to find your guides, to find your masters, to find every being of light that you love. There is a multitude within your heart. All you need is to want to gain access to it. All you need to do is to fall within and ask for a hug, and we will all hug you. Enough on counting on those who no longer live here. Let's leave the souls, incarnate or not, in peace. They are gone and they have to stay where they are, wherever they are, but without a connection of suffering or without a connection that will torment you in any way. This is the end. At the end of the 7 days of this round, all connections will be closed. Each day you will learn a little more of this process. Is it perfect? No, it is not. It has some points of attention that you will learn about in the days ahead. The important thing is that your hearts are open, clean, free to remember them only with love, without any other kind of feelings. Sadness, longing, you can feel it. Nostalgia is not a bad feeling, as long as it does not bring you suffering. Because if it brings suffering to you and you are connected to that soul, it also suffers. Then it is over. You want to suffer alone, you will want to suffer alone. That soul will no longer feel your suffering anymore. It is fair to them. The physical connection to you is over. So why keep yourself stuck? Think about this. This is a very profound way of eliminating the ego. This is a part of the ego that you need to eliminate. The attachment to your ancestors at whatever level. This message was channeled by Vania Rodrigues and it was read for you by Adriana.